Hello, boys and girls in the blue room. It's Inga. I bet you can tell by my friends who are sitting here with me today who we might be talking about. These are all owls. This is the great horned owl. This is the saw-whet owl. And this is the barred owl. And her little owlets. Baby owls are called owlets. A group of owls is actually called a parliament. Is that a new word for you? Like birds are called a flock, but a group of owls is called a parliament. These owls can do some amazing things. They can turn their heads 270 degrees almost all the way around. That's so that they can watch from a tree very quietly and stealthily. They can do it without making a single sound. I bet you can tell that this little saw-whet owl is a lot smaller than this great horned owl puppet. I can show you, even though, believe it or not, it might almost not fit on our screen here, that a saw-whet owl is only 7 inches tall. It's a very small owl. The great horned owl is even bigger than this puppet is. Can be between 25 and 30 inches long. Look how much longer or taller that is than the little saw-whet owl. And there are lots of owls, like the barred owl, in between. The great horned owl is one of the largest owls. Owls are zygodactyl. That means, unlike us, they have toes in the front of their feet and toes in the back of their feet. That's so they can really clutch things well. When they go to fly and get their meals, they pick them up with their talons. And that way they have claws in the front and claws in the back to hold on. They really like to eat things like chipmunks and mice, especially the little saw-whet owl. He really likes the mouse size, and that's what they eat. They have binocular vision, so it's like looking through a set of binoculars. It is a long funnel of vision that pinpoints far, far away, and they can see for miles sometimes. Some of those little owls can see half a mile away a little vole, which is a little bigger than a mouse, hiding in the grass, and they can go down quietly and soar down and get it. They are in stealth mode a lot. They need those binocular vision. They are mostly hunting. They're called birds of prey because they hunt animals. And they do this mostly at night. They're called nocturnal animals. But they can also be crepuscular. Crepuscular means they're out at dawn and dusk when the sun is rising or when the sun is setting. But mostly they hunt at night. They also hunt other owls. The bigger ones will hunt other smaller owls. Let me see what else I wanted to tell you. And not all owls hoot. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that owls are different from hawks that are also birds of prey. Hawks rely on being very, very fast. But owls rely not so much on the speed of how they fly, but being very, very quiet. So their feathers are different. Let me show you, boys and girls. So this is a barred owl feather, and this is a hawk feather. Do you notice the difference, boys and girls? The owl feather is more ragged and fluffy, and the hawk feather is very slim and straight. These slim, very dense feathers will make you go really fast, whereas these let air through so it's not so loud when they flap. They're still strong feathers, and they can still fly very stealthily and far and high off the ground if they want, but they don't make as much noise. And owls rely on being quiet in the dark to catch their prey. So, those are just a few fun facts about owls. We know that they fly mostly at night. So, when you read, I wanted to read you a book today. It's called Owl Babies by Martin Wardell. You will notice that most of the story, actually all the story, takes place at night, because that is when the owl goes and hunts for prey. So the mother owl left her baby owlets to go hunt, and the owlets get a little worried about her coming back. I will read you that story in a minute, but I wanted to also share with you some other stories, owl books that I think are wonderful. This one's by Rochelle Frank, and it's called So What? It is about a little saw-whet owl that visited this woman's house, and it's a beautiful story. This one's by Tony Johnston, and it's called The Barn Owls. And you see, there's the moon, because, again, the owls can be most often seen at night. A wonderful story, very peaceful story, is called Owl Moon by Jane Yolen. And yet another by C. Drew Lam is called Screech Owl at Midnight Hollow. I'm sure your libraries would have most of those books. Check them out sometime when you're on an owl hunt. Thank you for listening to my tale about owls and all the little facts that I had to share with you. Now we will go on and read the story Owl Babies by Martin Wardell. Maybe you can think about where that mother owl was going when she left her babies that night. And look at the pictures and notice that all the pictures have a black sky. Why is that, boys and girls? Owls think a lot. I bet you do too. Hello, boys and girls in the blue room. It's Inga. I have a wonderful story to tell you today. It's a story that many children have read before, and it's definitely a favorite for those who do read it more than once. It is called Owl Babies by Martin Wardell. And maybe you can see Mother Owl and her 3 babies. 1, 2, 3. Let's begin, shall we? There they are. See the 3 babies? Once there were 3 baby owls, Sarah, Percy, and Bill. They lived in a hole in the trunk of a tree with their mother owl. The hole had twigs and leaves and owl feathers in it. It was their home. One night they woke up to find that Mother Owl had flown away. Whee! Oh. "Where's Mummy?" asked Sarah. "Oh my goodness," said Percy. "I want my mama," said Bill. Oh, they look a bit sad, don't they? The baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. They're very smart. "I think she's gone hunting," said Sarah. "To get us our food," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. Love the expressions on their faces. But their owl mother didn't come back. The baby owls came out of their house, and they sat on the tree and waited. And waited. You see their beaks and their talons. These are talons. A big branch for Sarah, a small branch for Percy, and an old piece of ivy for Bill. "She'll be back," said Sarah. "Back soon," said Percy. "I want my mama," said Bill. It was dark in the woods, and they had to be brave, for things moved all around them. "She'll bring us mice and things that are nice," said Sarah. "I suppose so," said Percy. "I want my mama," said Bill. They sat and they thought. Owls think a lot. "I think we should all sit on my branch," said Sarah. And they did. All, three together. There they are, all three together. Very close. Sometimes it's nice when you enjoy the company of others. "Suppose she got lost," said Sarah. "Or a fox got her," said Percy. "I want my mama," said Bill. And the baby owls closed their owl eyes and wished that their mother would come home. Do you think they can sleep? And she came. There she is. Well, there she is. They looked very happy to see her. There she is. See? Is she flying on her big wings? Soft and silent, she swooped through the trees to Sarah and Percy and Bill. "Mommy," they cried, and they flapped and they danced, and they bounced up and down on their branch. They were very excited to see her. "What's all the fuss?" their owl mother asked. "You knew I'd come back." The baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. "I knew it," said Sarah. "And I knew it," said Percy. "I love my mama," said Bill. The end. Look at this, boys and girls. These two books are the same. This is Owl Babies, and this is in German. It says, "Ich will meine Mami." That is the same book in German. If you've had enough, you're welcome to turn me off. But if you'd like to hear it in a different language, I thought I might just do that for you. So we'll start again. We'll put them here, and here, and here. And we'll have the book begin in German. I bet you can hear by my voice when it's Bill talking, except in this book Bill is called Flo. Ich will meine Mami bei Martin Wardell. Es waren einmal 3 Eulkinder, Zebu, Lea und Flo. Sie wohnten mit ihrer Mutter Eule in einer gemütlichen Baumhöhle. And there they are again, all together cuddled up. Gemütlich waren sie. Eines Nachts wachten sie auf und Mutter Eule war weg. There she goes. "Wo ist Mami?" fragte Zebu. Oh Gott, oh Gott, sagte Lea. "Ich will meine Mami," sagte Flo. Look, do you remember this picture? It's the same picture. Die Eulkinder dachten nach. Eulen denken nämlich viel. "Ich glaub, sie ist auf Jagd," sagte Zebu. "Sie bringt uns was zu essen," sagte Lea. "Ich will meine Mami," weinte Flo. Again, not so happy. Aber Mutter Eule kam nicht. Die Eulkinder kletterten auf ihre Höhle und warteten. Zebu setzte sich auf ein Ast, Lea auf ein Zweig und Flo auf ein paar Blätter. "Sie kommt schon," sagte Zebu. "Aber bald," sagte Lea. "Ich will meine Mami," sagte Flo. And there they are, sitting on their respective branches. Es war sehr dunkel im Wald und die Eulkinder mussten sehr mutig sein, denn überall bewegte sich was. "Sie bringt uns Mäuse und andere feine Sachen," sagte Zebu. Ja, hoffentlich, sagte Lea. Ich will meine Mami, weinte Flo. There they are again, way up in the tree. Sebo dachte nach, Eulen denken nämlich viel. Und dann sagte er, ich glaube, wir sollten uns alle zusammen auf meinen Ast setzen. Das taten sie und kuschelten sich aneinander. There they are, all together. Well, sometimes because they're little owls, they fall. But there they are, all together. Gemütlich means cozy. Gemütlich zusammen. Ich glaub, sie hat sich verirrt, sagte Sebo. Oder der Futz hacht sie, sagt Lea. Ich will meine Mami, weinte Flo. Die Eulkinder machten ihre Eulenaugen zu und wünschten sich, Mutter Eule würde zurückkommen. There they are. Die schlafen. Shh, they're sleeping. Die schlafen. Und da kam sie. Do you see? Same picture. Here she comes. Oh, there she is. Whoops. Da kommt sie. Sanft und leise schwebte sie durch die Bäume zu Sebo und Lea und Flo. There she is. Can you see her flying? No, like she's falling down. Still falling down. She must need a stronger branch to sit on, but we've got it. Maybe not. There she is. Mami, riefen sie und flatterten sie und hüpften sie auf ihrem Ast auf und nieder. Hopping around, so excited to see her, aren't they? Warum seid ihr denn so aufgeregt? Fragte Mutter Eule. Ihr wisst doch, dass ich immer wieder zurückkomme. Die Eulkinder dachten nach. Eul denken nämlich viel. Ich habe es gewusst, sagte Sebo. Ich auch, sagte Lea. Und ich habe meine Mami lieb, sagte Flo. They are all together, cuddled up and happy. Oh dear. And Mama Owl is just having trouble. She had a long flight. She's a little tired. The end. Ich will meine Mami by Martin Wardell. Owl Babies by Martin Wardell. Thank you for joining me for a favorite story. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you another day. Goodbye. Or as the owls would say, hoo 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 ah. Hoo 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 ah.